Hello, everyone. My name is Leilanny Morocho, and I am a communications student at Kean University. My research asks a simple but a really important question, which is when first generation college students face academic and social challenges, how does communication help them get through it? So the problem, first generation college students are students whose parents did not complete a four-year degree. They face real symptomatic challenges and they navigate financial strain, food and housing insecurity, and a college system that often uses administrative language their families cannot easily decode. As a result of this, they experience lower retention and graduation rates than their continuing generation peers. And the critical point here is that the problem is not the students, but it is the institutional practices and communication gaps, not the student defects, reproduce these inequalities across generation. So from a research approach, to understand how these students push through these barriers, I use the communication theory of resilience, CTR, developed by Buzzanow. CTR reframes resilience not as a personal trait, but as something people do together through communication. I analyzed four publicly available YouTube narratives by first generation college students. Applying the six-step thematic analysis, I coded each narrative for resilient triggers, the communicative actions that followed, and the outcomes that interaction produced. My research question was, how did first generation college students enact resilience? So for my findings, four themes emerged. The first one is supportive communication from family, peers, and faculty, provided the emotional foundation students needed, even when families had no procedural knowledge of college. One student's mother said, "You're making history for the family," and that was enough to keep her going. The second theme was students practice reframing marginalization into empowerment, responding to bias not with silence, but with self-advocacy. As one student put it, I worked twice as hard to get here. The third theme was trigger patterns in institutional communication, revealed how timing matters. When support arrived too late, it made things worse and not better. One student shared, when I received the email about tutoring, I was already failing class. And the fourth and powerful theme was resilience through synchronized communication, showed what's possible when institutions get it right. When a staff member called one student's mother in Spanish and explained the financial aid process, the student said that changed everything. And for my final slide, which is implications and future directions, this research confirms that resilience is not an individual trait, but it is constructed communicative process, that it is dependent on relational alignment across multiple support systems. For universities, this means three concrete actions, which is creating family explanation guides that translate institutional process for families, implementing multilingual outreach to remove language barriers, establishing staff to family communication protocols that deliver proactive and relationally built support before crises happen and not after. When institutions communicate with intentions and with families in mind, resilience becomes possible for every first generation students. Thank you.